Okay, guys, I have an outdoorsman special for you. This is a 2004 F350. It's got the 6.0 motor, Power Stroke, turbo diesel, dually. It's got 6 tires. It's an ambulance, but I took this on a trade-in. Uh, it would need a little bit of work to operate as an ambulance, so yeah, it is an ambulance, but I get a call. I get calls every week from guys that want an ambulance for a camper, or a plumber that wants an ambulance because of all the compartment space and everything inside the cabinetry. But this thing would need a little bit of work to be deployment ready. Sorry about the road noise. It's totally possible, and it's totally in our wheelhouse to get everything this thing needs done. But I you know, I'm gonna call it a camper. I'm gonna call it a camper instead of ambulance. You'll see why. I mean, it's not in bad shape. The paint is oxidized. Here's the other thing: it's got blue lights. There's like 4 or 5 states that operate with blue lights: Nevada, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and maybe mall security in Wisconsin. But the blue lights kind of kill this thing for us because it really limits where it can operate. And I've never heard of this brand of lights before. I've been restoring ambulances for 20 years. I've never seen this brand. It's called Tomar. I know Whelen, Code 3, Federal Signal. I've never heard of Tomar lights. So it's got some weird lights on it. They are strobe. A couple of them don't work. The grill lights don't work. There's one on the end. We can make all that stuff work. It doesn't have a siren. We can put a siren in. It's got kind of a weird O2 system. I'm going to give you a look at the compartments. This thing takes a very small oxygen tank. So instead of 1 tank, it takes 2. There's a small one there. There's a small one there. We can put a regular rack in there if you want. It does have a Star Alive sticker to be functional as an ambulance. The regulator's missing. Everything that this thing needs, we could make right so it can be deployment ready. The problem is it has 202,000 miles, and it does have a battery charger. If you connect to the shoreline, that will charge your batteries and provide juice to the patient compartment. Back here, there is no compartment back here on the rear quarter panel. Oh, let me show you this. All the electronics are up here. The coach builder is tailor-made. Very accessible electronics, but they do have proprietary relay boards. Not a huge fan of that. All the solenoids, everything's there. There's 2 strobe packs. That rat's nest of wires is going to the 2 strobe modules that are there. I would probably convert, if I was going to make this an ambulance again, I would convert everything to LED, get rid of the strobe packs. The backboard compartment is back here. Again, kind of an unusual floor plan for an ambulance. It has real beefy tow anchors in the back, so you could pull some stuff. I mean, it is an F350, so in terms of that, it's got that going for it. The back, it's not in horrible shape. It's a little small for my preference. The upholstery is in good shape. There are no tears. There are no holes. There's cabinetry up above there. It has fluorescent lights, no dome lights, so it's fluorescent or nothing. The grab handles, the IV hooks, everything is there. There's no gurney lockdown bars. It's got the style that mounts to the wall, and one there. There's no CPR seat. There is an integrated child seat, and that is there. There's radio wiring in their equipment. I'll fire this thing up and give you a more detailed look. Hold on. This isn't usually the type of ambulance that we sell as a ambulance, but hold on 1 second. Get this thing fired up. let the glow plugs get hot. All right, let me make sure we got juice to the back. All right, so back here, you can see we got half of the lights on. We'll turn the rest of them on. This is our light panel here. So we got the cot, we got the bench seat. So you can see those lights are on. The vacuum pump for the suction, but there's no suction canister. So that's missing. There's a little fluorescent light there. Working on patient care reports, and then all these other switches are kind of pointless in my opinion. They kind of give patient update, like, hey, the patient's critical, moderate, whatever, stuff that nobody really uses, including the buzzer that notifies the driver that something's going on. The air conditioning, whoops, wow, look at that. Okay, that came off. I guess that's not a pole. Oh, that's the vent. So it's got a vent, so if there's odors back here that you don't want to be back here, that sucks from right there. Yeah, it doesn't say anything, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how we turn on the climate control, because that is not obvious. Well, again, plumber's it's a plumber's truck. Who needs AC and heat in the back? And you know, there's some blemishes. Like, look at the laminate is cracked right there. It has issues. It's the rest. Now here's the thing. I'm talking a lot of smack about this thing. It drives great. Now that's the one thing it's got going for it. Mechanically, it's solid. It's got huge power. It's quick. The transmission shifts smoothly. If you have I don't know, if you want to rip the box off and put a flatbed or a pickup bed or some different kind of back, the Ford stuff is solid. I'll show you this. I don't know if I showed you anything over here. Again, another big compartment there. And stuff for your plumbing tools and whatnot over there, or your camping equipment. And then there's 2 batteries that are in a slide-out tray right there. Is that closed all the way? I'll give you a test drive too. Let me pop the hood and I'll show you what we got under the hood. There have been some components that have been updated. Hold on one second. It sounds great. This is the way it should sound. I can tell by looking at the alternators that they've been replaced. They're too new looking. The same with the PCM. PCM looks new. Power control module. And the turbo is awfully shiny also. That's probably been serviced. The radiator also has been replaced. I can tell by looking at that that is not the stock radiator. So it's had a lot of things replaced. There's no rust. There's also that. I'll show you the undercarriage. Back. So there's no rust. The Ford stuff is in great condition. I'm just not excited about it as an ambulance. Again, this was a trade-in and something that I normally would say no to. but I needed a way to get home. I did a delivery on a vehicle to this fire department, and they really wanted me to have this thing, and I needed a way to get back home, so I said sure. And so I put about 600 miles on this thing. It drives great, big pickup, really quick, but I'm gonna put this, let me put the camera down, let me get position, and then I'll get back with you.